Alrighty, welcome back. The next quest in the storyline is a beacon from beyond, given to us by Zero with Golbez. We are on the red moon of the 13th. I think it's just called the 13th. It's the like the parallel universe that I believe there are only the source and then 13 other universes. The first being where Grahatia was like the Crystarium leader for a long while. And the source being the world that we're normally from and where we do everything on. The 13th is kind of at the end of the line of the worlds and was taken over by the Void. And we met Zero, and Golbez used to be a bad guy, and now he's on our side. And yeah, Zero has a quest for us, a beacon from beyond. Here we go. Cutscene. The voice acting has stopped, okay. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after sensing Anuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Anuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. I nod. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. Well, I guess this quest isn't taking me back home, so struck out on that intention. We run over to where they are, talk to Golbez to continue.
There is a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igeyorm, that's Igeyorh, Mary, Igeyorm, herself crafted the device that I might lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we made our descent.
Travel to Zero's domain via the teleporter? Yes, sure. They walk away from me a bit, and we are teleported. Now, I remember this place well. I believe this is also kind of where we first ran into those monsters that I now describe as they're just black robes with a lot of white masked faces coming like out of them from different angles and spots. We'll talk to Zero to continue. Though it was not always so, many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual ether from Barbaricia's domain. Again, that is Bravo A R I Charlie I A apostrophe Sam Barbaricia domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right, we had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode, when you're ready. She disappears, walking away. Let's talk to Golbez really quick. We don't need to.
There are many in this domain who still fear me. I shall remain here to avoid needless provocation.
Yep, I get it. I think I remember having to win over the trust of these various Void Sent. If they have a name, if they have a green name above them, then we had to do a quest or two for them. Inside this building that is still pretty dang intact, we find Zero next to a skillet. I imagine you remember these, the transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the crystal tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed unto the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. On the table with the... Okay, it's not a skillet, it's a big metal bowl. Are these... they're called ether transmitters, but they are spheres. Kind of like mechanical spheres. A lot like the orb that I have. Anyway. Mount up. Can I fly? No. That hope was quickly dashed. So we ride up some stairs, take a left, up some more stairs, take another left. I believe, like, in this area is where we met the first of the black robe with the many white masked faces. Destination marker. We use the ether transmitter here. Get a cutscene.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond. Sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends.
From the bottom of the sphere, which is not a complete sphere, it does have a small flat side. A pole extends, raising the sphere up a few feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, whatever, and then basically acting as like this transmitter on top of the pole.
They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
I give her a nod. My sphere starts to elongate. The sphere itself atop the pole, like the top and bottom half split from each other. It elongates, and then there is a sphere inside of that newly created space, a sphere of like electrical energy, and then there is a light beam from even above that on each transmitter. They form a triangle, and then they blast a light beam out into the sky as a beacon to follow. And here comes Malphas. And he lands nearby, or he hovers nearby. Light in the void. And immortal, no less.
I did not expect to see you here.
I did not expect to see you here. I cross my arms and kind of give him a look.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Such a thing is possible? She nods.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Idle hands, you know?
Very well.
Very well.
This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
And my staff, currently. I do have an axe. I can add my axe, though. And my axe. Talk to Zero to continue. It would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. My options are, you will not be able to freely return to Zero's domain. Are you certain you wish to leave? I have no reason to be here, as far as I know. I've never been asked this before, that I can remember. But yeah, I got no reason to be here. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell. Yeah, I don't recall in any of the quests ever before being asked.
Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
I smile and nod.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
I get a determined look on my face and nod. I walk toward the small sun, which becomes a big sun portal. And I walk through it. It still exists, it seems. It got smaller again. But I still don't think they can see it, but I don't remember if they talked about that. The whole Scion gang
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
is here. They're like, what the heck? What do we do? Where is she? How do we help? When all of a sudden, Raha's looking around. He sees me walking on the moon.
Wait. Is that?
Super Mercy. I give him a wave. They all come running. Jogging.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
I look to everybody and then explain what happened.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
I have the now dormant key in my upturned palm. Put it
While
back
many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th.
and put it back in my bag.
Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Oh, I remember her. From out of nowhere comes walking up.
And who might you be? Not her Void-sent, I'd wager.
I believe Ara, a green, scaly tail, kind of bluish green dress. She stops 20 yards away, 15 yards, you know. She's got the glasses, green eyes,
Greetings.
the green robes, and then her aura, like the scales or whatever, is green, kind of more of a leaf green, and then she has the ear things that are green. Red hair. In front of her face flashes the Ascian
I am Halmarut of the Scions.
hologram or whatever. Halmarut. This shocks me, at least.
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
From Thancred's gunblade grows a bunch of like light vines and flowers.
I wish only to talk.
Kind of wrapping around the blade. And then they shatter and become butterflies flying away. All ethereal. Alice looks to me. I look back to Halmanut or Halamut?
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Halmarut. H-A-L Mary A-R-U-T.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
There was also wasn't Calyx inhabiting a little doll or puppet?
Yes, that is correct.
She looks off and to the right. In a portal. Oh yeah, the squirrel doll. Falls out of the portal. Lands on its belly, face down. We're all like, what? And the...
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
He says, face down still.
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Everybody kind of is deciding if we should fight now. He gets up on his feet.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you.
All the more reason to just kill you now, right?
You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
By the way, he is a squirrel doll in a little, like, tuxedo top.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
She holds a hand up. A finger, actually. Points at the earth.
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Oh, the source and then the 13. 4 and 10. She does a little flick of her finger. A little green energy comes out of it. We see our Earth kind of shaky.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia.
We see a bunch of other versions of our Earth kind of like... in different colors. It's like they're all bulging out, like trying to escape. It's just kind of a little graphic to show how many.
And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes. It seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
So Hydaelyn was the only reason that wasn't happening or starting to happen? We see the Earth return to as it is. Or Aetheris, whatever.
Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth.
Kind of like a Big Bang. All matter and energy and whatever condensing into one point and then starting over.
Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
So no, not exactly what I said. Not even really all that close. We're all shocked.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial.
Her hand on her chest, her eyes closed.
A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark.
Which we did. She does have thin, like, silvery chains hanging from her glasses. Like, if you want to take them off, they'll hang at your neck. Underneath us and around us, flowers and grass. Kind of like...
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered.
Kind of like when a Pictomancer uses their 2-minute cooldown.
Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased.
The grass and plants and flowers go away. A single butterfly, ethereal green, lands on her finger. Another butterfly flutters around.
I cherish man's journey.
She closes her eyes.
Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. 'Twould be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
The butterfly flaps away and then winks out of existence.
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called.
The Winterers.
And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
How about now? Boom, 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 kill.
Even if everything you claim is true?
We see a flashback of Kryl, like all the happenings in Alexandria, the robots turning people.
What you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
Or the cyborgs, robots, whatever, turning people to dust, just the dead people in general. She clenches her fist.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval.
Oh, sorry.
Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods.
Yeah, a little bit.
But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, You are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
So, okay, the Loperates and Charlian, and Charlian, I think it was a combination of those two. I can't remember who made the Loperates, but anyway, between Charlian and the ship the Loperates have, like, we have the technology to create basically world ships. So if it... Oh, these are different universes, though. So it's not like you can just leave the world and then be fine. Like, come back when they've merged. All these universes are gonna be... And I'm pretty sure they are different. Like, it's a multiverse kind of situation rather than 14 Aetherises forming a massive circle in space. I don't think it's like that at all. I think they're different. It's parallel. It's like multiverse. Yeah. Down comes a Reaper Scythe, embedding itself in the moon.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you. Was that a scythe with like a gun barrel too? She picks up Calyx and they wink out in a dark black portal. The scythe also disappears into like green energy. I'm trying to remember who the scythe kind of signifies, but I'm losing it. We talked to Living Way to complete this quest. There you are! One moment you were standing before me, and the next you'd vanished into thin air. Thanks to you all, the Void Scent have been eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. Though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? I go on to explain. All the Scions are here as well. The star seeks to become whole? But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. But not before thanking you for dispatching the Void Scent so handily. You well and truly saved the day. 1745 gil. We got food choices. We'll take the crit skill speed. Yeah, fine. It's something to eat. Item level 710 food. Tomorrow I'll pick it up with Alphino here in Bestway's Burrow of Mare Lamentorum. Let's go get this really quick. Do I have anything 84? I don't, not Scholar Summoner. Alright, we'll just use Black Mage. I'm fairly certain I have not got all of the... Yeah, I'm not even close. Wait, what? Oh, I'm rank 2. Wait, no, wait, hold on. I've got 0 out of 60 of the rank 2 progress. That sucks. Obviously you can keep watching if you want to, but I'll end the video after this fate. Just gonna kill a bunch of these guys as they come down. Bombs. With the help of Wearing Way. Or Warring Way, maybe, I don't know. Oops, shit. I didn't... Wait. Okay, I forgot what I'm doing here. When you... Black Mage is one of the hardest rotations to figure out when you change levels down. Because the rotation changes a lot. Or has changed a lot. Vegas, will you not take that one out? Okay, there you go. Thank you. Jeez, dude. Moringway is being exploded upon by 3. Two more. This is why I am pretty damn familiar with like Black Mage single target rotation, but if you watched the video of me running the dungeon, I think it was today, you'll notice that my AoE abilities aren't great. Although I did finally figure out that triple cast is really good for the AoE rotation. It takes what would normally be a 3-second cast, roughly, in high fire 2.82 seconds, and turns it into instant. So, and that's a DPS boost. It's not a DPS boost for single target because you still have to wait for the global cooldown of 2.35 seconds. Even if you have an instant cast, you still have to wait for the full 2.35 seconds. But it is a DPS boost for AoE, particularly for fire, the fire part of the AoE rotation, and not really flare. I guess flare is a short cast anyway. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. I still have to do daily stuff, but I'm really only doing one dungeon. But I hope you enjoy this flying saucer you get as part of the Hildebrand Manderville questline. I like it a lot. It's cool as shit. And that sound is obviously my crystals for foul and whatnot. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the video, the quest, all that stuff. I will see you next time. Bye bye for now. I can't wave, can I? Nope. Bye.